Well, rumours of the Queen's health have been dominating headlines since it was announced that Prince Charles tested positive for COVID for a second time. Buckingham Palace has neither confirmed nor denied if Her Majesty has been affected.
9Honey's royal reporter Natalie Oliveri joins us out now. Nat, so there's no official word from the palace on the Queen's health. Why is that?
Good morning, David and Sylvia. Well, Buckingham Palace has always refused to give what it calls a running commentary on the Queen's health. They don't want to set a precedent by commenting on her every move, and they also don't want to cause any undue alarm. Now, the last we heard from Buckingham Palace about this was on Thursday when Clarence House announced Prince Charles had tested positive to COVID-19. He had met with his mother face-to-face on the Tuesday, so that's why there is the concern about the Queen's health. Now, it is interesting, though, the only thing the Palace has said is that the Queen was showing no symptoms and that she was being monitored very closely by her team of doctors. And of course, due to her age, the Queen is always being monitored closely by her doctors. It is different, though, to how the Danish royal family and also the Spanish royal family have handled their own COVID infections. Last week, the King of Spain and also the Queen of Denmark tested positive to the virus. And in both times, the palace is very vocal in coming forward. So very different from how the British royals have been handling it. It is Sunday night in the UK, though, so we could hear something from the palace in the next few hours, even the next day.
OK, whatever the case, we hope she's well. Last week, Nat, the Queen announced that Camilla will have the Queen Consort title eventually. Now Harry and Meghan have been criticised for their silence on the matter.
Yeah, that's right. Now, this is a commentator in the UK, British journalist Tom Bower. He says that Harry and Meghan have effectively declared war on Camilla and also the palace because they haven't issued any public show of support, no message of congratulations. Now, he says that there is a long-standing tension between Harry and Meghan and also Camilla, and this silence from the royal couple is deliberate. Now, he says that Harry has blamed Camilla for a long time in breaking down his parents' marriage, and he also says that Meghan and Camilla never really got on, that Camilla was suspicious of Meghan from day one. And of course, the feeling between the two women is quite mutual. They don't really like each other. But I have to point out here that there has been no official word of congratulations from Prince William and Kate either. The only thing they did was like a tweet from the royal family social media account. So I can't really say that's an official show of support there either.
I don't know what anyone expects them to say. They're on the outskirts of the royal family now anyway. What was expected of them publicly?
Yeah, and as you said, no one's criticising Kate and Will's here, and I think that's a really good point. I feel like that's a journalist saying, oh, he's still mad about her mum years ago. We don't know any of this, do we?
That's right. The only person to actually comment on this the Queen's decision publicly was Prince Charles when he issued a statement saying he and his wife were deeply honoured. And then Camilla was asked about it a few days later at a public event, and she said she was very touched and very honoured, and that's all we've heard.
All right, now let's move on because we're not trying to sort of end the Queen's reign here, but plans are really informed now with the Queen announcing that last week about Camilla and the coronation. So it's starting to move in the background, even though there's no real date yet.
Yeah, that's right. Look, Buckingham Palace and Clarence House both say there's been no official plans put in place. However, we are led to believe that there is a plan underway called Operation Golden Orb. And now this is what Prince Charles's coronation will be called when he is crowned king. Apparently, he wants it to be much smaller and much cheaper than his mother's back in 1953. Now, at the time, that cost around $90 million. There were 8,000 guests. Now, Prince Charles wants his coronation reportedly to have just 2,000 guests. He wants it to be much, much shorter. He also wants it to be more inclusive of all the various religions and communities that are within the Commonwealth. And of course, back when the Queen was made Queen, back in 1953, Britain was an empire, and that is no longer the case. So Prince Charles's coronation, when he's King Charles, will look vastly different from his mother's.
OK, and Kate Middleton, this is very sweet, Nat, has shared a very sweet bedtime story. Let's take a look at it.
Wow, what an encouraging tale. We can all feel scared sometimes, just like our little owl friend Plop. But, as Mrs. Barnow said, it's better to find out about the things that scare us before we make up our mind. And with the help of others, we can often face things that worry us. Now it's time for bed. Night-night, and sleep tight.
No. There is just something about the future Queen saying the word plop that makes us giggle.
Well, I was going to say,
I'm a
only
bit shocked by the name of that owl. You might want to. I might speak to the author about rethinking
Anyway,
that.
we might be the children in this scenario. Take it away, Nat. Tell us more about it. What do we know?
Look, I think only Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge, can make the word plop, the name plop, sound posh. So good on her there.
You're right.
Now, this was for a very special reading of a children's program in the UK. Kate was a guest star. She read the book The Owl Who Was Afraid of the Dark. And just before she went into reading that 10-minute bedtime story, Kate said that this book was one of her favourites growing up as a little girl. And she now reads the book to her 3 children, George, Charlotte and Louis. And it was lovely to see the Duchess seated around a campfire reading this bedtime story, which aired a short time ago in the UK, and so many people tuned in to see the Duchess. And this program has been going for many, many years, and Kate follows in the footsteps of Sir Elton John and Dolly Parton and a number of celebrities over the years to read bedtime stories. So a really nice thing, and because of Kate's appearance, it was in support of Children's Mental Health Week.
Well, there you go. That's a great cause for Plop the Owl to be a part of. No, great to see you.
We'll grow up one day, Nat. Don't worry.
No, we won't.
Hang in there. See you soon.